has its breaking point. Every body has its limit. These 8 people disagree. They're about to discover if they can survive the ultimate challenge of body, mind and spirit to prove themselves truly unbreakable.
You die tonight.
From thousands of applicants, 8 elite athletes emerged from a gruelling selection process.
Come on!
To win a place on this unique challenge. A boxer, a skier, a long-distance runner, a martial arts champion, a rugby player, a fitness instructor, a bodybuilder, and an Iron Man. Guiding them will be daredevil explorer Benedict Allen. The original Unbreakable, Benedict has spent his life cheating death, from the Amazon jungle to the punishing furnace of the Gobi Desert.
You need a huge amount of will to be able to keep on going. You've got to believe you are unbreakable.
Over 8 epic weeks, they will cross 4 continents to pit themselves against the planet's toughest challenges. The Unbreakable's journey started in the sweltering jungle of Guyana, where heat and exhaustion claimed the first Unbreakable.
Pain is glory. Pain is glory.
Another one broke at the hands of the Norwegian School of Winter Warfare.
They say you're broken.
Ahead of the remaining Unbreakables lie even tougher environments, where they will face tribal rituals.
You have disgraced your brothers. You have lied to them.
And some of the hardest military regimes and training programs ever devised by man.
Did I ask question? Did I tell you to say something?
They are competing to take everything that is thrown at them or be broken and sent home.
I'm broken.
Unbreakables isn't a contest you win, it's an experience you survive.
Yeah!
The Unbreakables have come on an incredible journey, and it's hardly even begun. Pro skier Angus and distance runner Barnaby have been hounding each other all the way for top dog status.
I'm going to go for it, I'm going to give it my all.
No one wants to come last out the guys.
They saw off bodybuilder Nathan in the Guyanan jungle.
Nathan.
But they still face stiff competition from Ironman Fraser and rugby player Matt.
Very good, actually. Best so far.
Tough but tender ex-boxer Dave has shown compassion for stragglers.
It's just going to be 1 foot in front of you, like with me. Okay?
But not enough to save martial arts champion Heather, who was broken by cold and exhaustion.
So what are you saying now?
I say you're broken.
Portsmouth Harbour Royal Navy Base, strictly off-limits to civilians. Here, raw recruits are moulded into the men and women who make the British fleet one of the most feared and respected sea powers in the world. Benedict's brought the 6 remaining Unbreakables here to be immersed in 4 days of rigorous Navy training.
You haven't been broken by the heat or humidity of the jungle, not by the ice, the cold of Norway. But now you're going to face the least hospitable environment for man, the sea. The best preparation in the world for the cruelties of the ocean are provided by the Royal Navy. Over the next few days, they are going to put you through the toughest challenges their training has to offer.
They don't know it yet, but the Unbreakables will have to learn how to survive a direct hit by enemy attack. How to escape from a crashed helicopter. And they'll have to battle through the Navy's toughest assault courses. Whether they are completing an individual challenge or working together as a team, the Unbreakables will be constantly pushed to the limits of their endurance. If they fail to meet the Navy's stringent standards, they will be broken and sent home. Benedict has asked Navy PT instructor Rob Hallam to make sure they don't get a moment's rest.
You've got precisely 10 minutes to get yourself down to the mess deck and get yourselves into your number 4s. Away we go, quick as you can.
For the next 4 days, the Unbreakables will have to endure the cramped living conditions on board HMS Bristol.
I'm on top.
But for Carla, there's a bigger worry. As the last remaining woman in the group, she could end up being cut adrift.
I've got the whole place to myself.
Yep.
I'm going to quite miss the boys, I think.
Come on, folks, you've got to remember, if we're at war, OK, we've got enemy aircraft incoming, action station's alarm goes off, you need to be ready at a moment's notice, and this is not good enough. Let's go, jog on!
Today, they have to pass the gruelling selection process of the elite Navy Defence Diving School. The first challenge is a high platform jump. Higher than a 4th-storey window, it's designed to weed out those too afraid to leap from the deck of a warship. The jump is followed by a swim across the lake and then a foot race in a heavy and uncomfortable dry suit.
Fins on your right arm, ready to go.
For Carla, this task represents a huge challenge. Women are excluded from joining this section of the Navy. But Carla's biggest obstacle is her lifelong fear of being submerged underwater.
I actually fell into a swimming pool a couple of times when I was young. And I've just got this real fear of deep water.
And that fear could be about to break her.
Oh, shit.
Coming up, will Carla jump or be pushed out of Unbreakable?
If you don't do this, you will be broken.
There's muddy hell. And will the Unbreakables survive a sailor's worst nightmare or end up going down with the ship? Six of Britain's toughest people claim to be unbreakable. Explorer Benedict Allen has brought them to Portsmouth to test them in the Royal Navy's training challenges. At the top of a high platform, Carla is afraid to jump and could be about to break.
I don't think I can do it, I'm scared.
Okay, just edge yourself to the forward slightly forward, that's it. Feel the edge.
Can you get someone for go in front of me? Sorry. I'm sorry.
So 21-year-old Barnaby is the first to take the plunge.
Keep looking ahead.
OK.
Okay.
Adrenaline junkie Angus is hot on his heels. With the weakest gone, the competition is fierce as the men race to be first across the lake, leaving Carla high and dry.
Fucking hell, I'm having a complete panic attack.
This is the most fun part.
It's not fun.
Despite Angus's determined attempt to keep up with Barnaby, it's his younger rival who reaches the shore and is first into the run. Cross-country champion Barnaby has power in his legs and in his lungs. He's a trainee opera singer, and he wants to prove he's as tough as he's tuneful.
I think toughness comes in different forms. I think that if you believe you can do anything, you can do it, and I certainly believe that I can compete with the rest of the guys out there. Fingers crossed.
Barnaby's certainly got something to sing about now. He's still ahead of his closest rival, Angus. Matt and Fraser are still in the race. But Dave looks out of his depth.
Well, I think there's something wrong with my technique.
I don't seem to be as fast as everybody else.
It's a bit disappointing.
Barnaby and Angus enter the home straight, still battling for the lead.
Wait, first, come on, all the way. Okay, just steady there, old Joe. Stand this way. Stand up straight, let's go. Stand up
Barnaby has beaten Angus into second place,
Well work, fellas. Good effort, good effort.
with Matt and Fraser not far behind.
Yeah, it's not hard work, that one, actually. Pushed hard till the end, so did all right, you know. Did all right.
The boys have all passed this challenge, but time's running out for Carla.
I can't do it. I'm beside myself.
Okay, Carla, I have to tell you, if you don't do this, you will be broken.
Stop thinking too much.
Can't believe it. This is so easy for her to do.
Step off, girl. Just step off. 1 second in time.
Do you want me to push you?
Carla's dug herself into a hole now. She's got really, really frightened of going into the water. She needs to beat this.
In the jungle, single dad Dave showed his paternal side and was highly protective of the women.
We've got to accept the fact that they're never going to be as strong as the men, but we've got to give them enough room to show their skills and show their guts, which they've both got plenty of.
But Barnaby sees his fellow Unbreakables as competitors. In Norway, he was happy to leave Heather out in the cold.
She'll be fine. Yeah. I think for us, now we need to just press on so that we can sleep. The only thing she needs to do is just make sure she jumps in the water. It's fine, you just have to paddle. She just needs to jump.
Keep walking.
Don't do it.
Okay.
It's jump or break for Carla.
Yes, you are.
As a fitness instructor, she prides herself on taking her body to the edge.
I like to be out of my comfort zone. I like to face new challenges and new situations that frighten me, but equally challenge me at the same time to be out of my comfort zone.
Carla's certainly out of her comfort zone up on the high platform, but can she make this leap into the unknown?
That's it. Look ahead and step off.
Carla finally finds the courage to jump. Now she needs to swim across the lake and complete the rest of the course.
This is terrible.
Sorry, folks. No, you did it.
That's the scariest thing I've done.
But this was just a warm-up for what's to come.
2, 4, work, let's go.
Portsmouth Harbour at low tide. A stinking mire of mud and water, a 1,000-metre wide man trap that can suck a person down to their death if they take the wrong step. No wonder the Royal Navy think it's the ideal terrain for the next phase of diver training. The Unbreakable's objective is to work as a team, to get everybody across to the castle on the other side of the bay.
Your mission is to cross the mud to a casualty on the far side. Once the complete team are at the casualty, you are then to move the casualty up into a safe area awaiting evacuation. The mud is deep, it'll be up to your waist, okay? The water is fast flowing, so focus in and best of luck.
This is for real. See the target, focus on where you're going, and go!
Navy clearance divers must be able to rescue injured seamen and defuse mines in conditions like these. Being fit enough can mean the difference between life and death.
Come on, fellas, spread that weight.
Benedict completed a solo crossing of the entire Amazon basin, so he knows about mud.
This is going to be very tough. It's somewhere that sucks you right in. It doesn't feel like a passive place at all. It feels actively trying to do you in. So it's going to be a struggle.
Angus lost out to Barnaby in the last challenge. As a pro skier and Olympic hopeful, Angus hates settling for second place.
Every athlete's got something to prove. Even if he's at the top of his game, he's going to want to keep proving that he's the best. You know, if the new guy comes along very quickly and knocks you off the top spot, it's just a question of picking yourself up. That's what keeps you going day to day.
Angus's training regime means he's got powerful lower body strength, but his technique means he's in danger of burning his energy reserves too quickly.
Ideally, they would get right down and skate perhaps over the surface with their hands. That's one technique, but Angus is ignoring that. But it looks like all the others are dropping down onto their hands and knees.
A whole 3 stone lighter than Angus, Barnaby's practically skating over the quagmire.
Keep working! Come on, keep on going on the mud!
But Angus's sheer brute strength still beats Barnaby to the casualty.
You've got to wait for the others!
But they've ignored instructions to wait for the rest of the team, and Carla has been cut adrift.
Keep it going. At this stage, you want the others to muck in and help her. They're not. They've left her behind, and they were told this is a team effort. They're all in it together. They know that Carla's the weakest here, and we haven't seen that support.
But it's not just Carla who's stuck in the mud.
Come on, that's it. Keep it going.
Once again, 41-year-old Dave is low on stamina, and he falls to the back of the pack.
Come on, Dave. Yes, you can. Keep yourself going. Keep your legs moving.
Let's try to stay back a bit now.
Right, where's the rest of the team? You're missing somebody, aren't you?
They're there.
All 6 have completed the challenge, but Chief Diver John Ravenhall isn't happy that the Unbreakables disobeyed their orders to work as a team.
Deep breathing.
Come on, guys, this lady was left out. You need to get her right involved right to the end.
That has real operational relevance for a Royal Navy clearance diver.
Angus has maintained his status as a leading contender, but this mud run has taken its toll.
It's pretty tough work, bloody tough work in fact. I got a pretty good start and then Barnaby kind of cut up. He had a good little technique sliding across the mud.
Yeah, it was hard work actually. Good fun though.
Although Barnaby came in second, he took to the mud like a duck to water.
I have been quite competitive today, I guess. But I think that the challenge has been quite suited to me, actually. So I've been quite lucky, I think.
Back at HMS Bristol, it seems Barnaby's success has come at a price.
Terrible chafing in my legs.
Wear some tight boxes that aren't going to ride up so they can rub against the boxes and not your legs.
Yeah.
It's 6 a.m.
Come on, Unbreakables, time to get up.
And PT instructor Rob Hallam calls for all hands on deck.
Want some Vaseline, some, please?
Their next experience is one of the most terrifying scenarios any sailor can face.
The greatest fear of any mariner is to end up trapped inside a sinking ship. And how much more terrifying if, at the same time, you're under enemy fire. Those are the exact conditions we're going to replicate today, and that you are going to have to get under control and avoid ending up in that watery grave.
The Damage Repair Instructional Unit is a realistic replica of a warship under attack. It's designed to simulate the hellish conditions below deck as a ship starts to sink under enemy fire. Powerful hydraulics add to the nauseating motion by pitching and tossing would-be sailors around the claustrophobic lower decks as they rapidly fill with seawater. For waterphobic Carla, it's nothing short of torture.
I think I've got a massive disadvantage because I'm the smallest person and the water level's going to be up to my forehead. I do feel a bit nervous about it.
The enemy attack begins. Water gushes through simulated blast holes at 2 cubic tons per minute. The Unbreakables must race to stop the gushing torrents by hammering wooden wedges into the blast holes before the water level rises above their heads. As the simulated battleship lists wildly, Barnaby, Matt and Dave battle at 120 pounds per square inch of water pressure to hammer the wooden wedges home. The water level continues to rise as Angus and Fraser try desperately to plug a hole below the waterline. At 5 foot 2 inches, Carla's only concern is keeping her head above water. As soon as one set of holes is plugged, there's more damage to contain. And to make matters worse, they now have to work under emergency lighting. As the constant barrage of cold water saps their stamina, 16-stone rugby player Matt seizes the chance to prove himself as the Unbreakable's strongman. With the water getting higher and higher, the Unbreakables are running out of time to find the final leak. They've now spent 40 minutes withstanding the freezing temperatures, a rolling ship and rising waters.
Good team effort.
They've finally contained the flood and saved their ship from sinking. All 6 are sodden, exhausted, but still unbroken.
Pressure of the water coming out of the holes just makes everything twice as hard. The first one I was doing, I was trying to hold Dave and Barney up, and I was just getting facefuls of water, look up, eyes going in, and
That was fucking awful.
I don't think Barney enjoyed it.
Not at all.
But there's more to come, and it's too late to jump ship. Coming up, the Unbreakables face a spinning, sinking metal box. Is Carla about to go under for good?
There's going to be a decision that they will make sooner or later about whether you can continue.
And Fraser and Angus get some devastating news.
Unfortunately, you failed your lung function tests, which automatically excludes you from the Navy.
The 6 remaining Unbreakables are experiencing the Royal Navy's most punishing training programmes. They faced a gruelling mud run and a chilling enemy attack on a warship. Barnaby and Angus are leading the Battle of the Boys.
Wait first, come on, all the way in. Okay, just steady there, I'll do it.
But Carla, the only remaining woman, has been on the brink of breaking.
I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. I'm beside myself.
I have to tell you, if you don't do this, you will be broken.
Day 3 of Navy Week. The Unbreakables are physically and mentally exhausted, but someone's forgotten to tell the PT instructors.
Come on then, let's go, quick as you can, throw yourselves in on the blue lane.
By way of a warm-up routine, they're putting the Unbreakables through the Navy's notorious Strength 3 circuit training.
Exercise. That's it, knees to toe, let's work out Dig D. Keep it going, keep going. Come on in, keep it going. Pump the arms, pull the legs, middle press is next. Next exercise. Good. And check.
The Unbreakables are flat out on their backs, but they've survived.
Try and bring your heart rate back down.
This workout is just a taste of what's in store for them today. The Unbreakables must now face the training exercise every Royal Navy recruit dreads. The Dunker is used to train aircrew to escape from a helicopter crash into water. The key to survival is to overcome the extreme disorientation caused by being plunged into dark, cold water, to remain calm and find an escape route.
They're going to have to find something very, very strong in themselves, because this is going to be frightening. They're going to have to fight off all their inner anxieties and lift themselves to a calm place mentally. And it's only with calmness that you can get through this.
Escaping from the Dunker means using underwater breathing apparatus, and the Unbreakables must pass the Navy's strict medical criteria. After reviewing their case histories with Chief Instructor James Walker, medic Dr. Fee Ramsden has some devastating news for two of the Unbreakables.
Unfortunately, Angus, you failed your lung function tests, which automatically excludes you from doing certain challenges with the Navy, one of which is this. And Fraser as well, based on your statement of health where you declared your acute asthma. That statement alone excluded you from certain challenges.
Due to pre-existing medical conditions, Fraser and Angus must sit out this challenge. But under Unbreakable's rules, they won't be disqualified from the competition.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underwater Escape Training Unit, more affectionately known as the Dunker for obvious reasons.
For super fit men like Ironman Fraser and pro skier Angus, it's hard to accept the Navy's stringent rules.
You know, I can swim 50 metres underwater on demand if you want, you know. So then to come here and... I wouldn't say that, but, you know, I think there's a lot people that are a lot less capable than me doing the tests, so...
Yeah, we're comfortable in the water.
Yeah.
There's others who aren't comfortable in the water.
How will it feel as an athlete to not be taking part, to be watching instead?
I don't really plan to watch too much. I don't really like watching, so I might go and find a river to swim in or something, I don't know.
When they see what's in store, the rest of the Unbreakables might wish they were joining Angus and Fraser on the sidelines.
3.
After a hellish 2 days for Carla, she now has to show the instructors she can keep calm underwater before they allow her on the Dunker. But she's making panicky mistakes almost as soon as she enters the pool.
Keep hold. Right.
Try to breathe out.
I'm talking. You did everything wrong. You didn't wait. You're doing your own thing down there. Switch on. Remember what I've just told you. You carry out the drill as briefed and not otherwise. Okay, here we go then. 3, 2, 1.
This is an absolute nightmare for me, complete nightmare. You know, the water for me isn't my strong point. I do have a fear of it. So this is a complete worst case scenario for me.
If I had to put money on it, it could go either way, I think, for Carla, this one. But I think physically she's not up to scratch.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's a 3-stage challenge, and the Unbreakables must get through each one.
3, 2, 1.
The shallow water trainer is a chance to practice escaping from a helicopter seat in an unconfined environment. First up is Dave.
3, 2, 1.
He also has to master the use of a short-term air supply system, or STAS, which will give him a few more precious seconds to find his way to the surface. Dave passes first time. With Angus and Fraser out of the picture, all the boys are keen to pass this challenge with flying colours. Now it's Carla's turn, and spectators Angus and Fraser don't fancy her chances.
I think everyone will be fine apart from Carla. Carla's struggling already.
3, 2, 1.
If her fear of being submerged gets the better of her, she won't be allowed to do the Dunker, and she will be broken.
She can't get to grips with regulating her breathing when she's upside down. It's a funny situation to be in. But she needs to get a grip of it.
I'm really struggling, yeah.
There is going to be a decision that they will make sooner or later about whether you can continue.
I know, I understand that.
All eyes are on Carla as she tries once again.
Oh, let me just think about this. So basically, as soon as I get that...
This is Carla's last chance.
3, 2, 1.
And escape.
Success at last.
Well done.
All the Unbreakables have passed part 1 of the challenge. Now it's time for the second phase, their first taste of the Dunker. A Lynx helicopter sinks at 3 meters a second. So for this test, Barnaby and David will have just 10 seconds to find their way to the surface. After struggling in the sinking warship simulator, Barnaby's nerve is about to be severely tested.
Ready in the module. Run 5. Brace, brace, brace. Nice crash position. Protect yourselves. Stand by. Orientate.
In the confusion, Barnaby's forgotten to orientate himself and identify his escape route.
As soon as it hit the water, I literally swam down to the floor and was like holding the grate trying to get out. You don't know where you are, not at all.
Listen to the drill, listen carefully to the drill. Understand the drill. The drill is what's going to achieve your escape. If you don't pay attention and listen to the drill, then this sort of thing's going to happen.
And things are about to get even more difficult as the third and worst phase of the challenge begins. The capsize drill. As the helicopter enters the water, it will rotate 180 degrees, making the exit procedure even more disorientating. Remaining calm whilst deploying the SAS, unbuckling from the seat and finding the exit is crucial. Barnaby and Dave are relieved to survive the Dunker unscathed.
You've done it, lads. Well done. Gonna have a shower. Well-earned shower. Excellent. You're welcome. Good luck with the rest of the thing, mate. Well, you keep saying you're going to break me. You know, I'm still here.
Now it's Matt and Carla's turn. It's vital Carla remembers to deploy the SAS and control her breathing before beginning the exit routine.
2, 1, orientate!
In the confusion of the cold water, she unbuckles her harness before she's sorted out her air supply.
When you're panicking, your first instant reaction is you just want to grab the air and you want to just unbuckle yourself and get out as quickly as possible.
In her desperate rush to escape, Carla gets confused and has to be pushed towards the exit.
You all right? Just got to not panic. Come on, keep it going.
I just need a moment.
You'll be okay, Carla. Just believe in yourself. You can do this.
So Carla must get the capsize drill right. If she doesn't follow the correct procedure this time, the instructors will have no hesitation in failing her and she will be broken. Following the drill perfectly, Carla escapes the sinking Dunker.
Well done, Carla. You've got through it. Well done.
Well done. It takes a lot of achievement to get through it, so congratulations. I shall sign your certificate.
I did have a flash of going, is this it? This is, you know, where the challenge ends for me. So I'm really pleased I'm still in. Definitely pleased I'm still in.
Carla surprised Angus and Fraser by surviving the challenge.
She certainly stepped up to the plate and she's got everyone's respect for going through what she went through. You've got to take your hat off to her.
Good effort, mate.
I knew she was going to struggle, obviously because of her phobia of water, but she's proved me wrong. And what can I say? Well, you know, that's a fantastic credit to her.
She can still call herself unbreakable because she is getting through these tasks, whether it be by the skin of her teeth or not.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Welcome to another day in paradise in the Royal Navy.
It's the last phase of the Unbreakable's Royal Navy Challenge.
Wakey, rise and shine. Come on, you've got 5 minutes to get yourself up top, ready for a circuit. Come on, girl. Let's go out of bed.
Lights, lights, lights.
So far this week, no one has broken. But that could all be about to change. The Royal Navy Leadership Academy is where the Navy trains senior rates. The training is hard, and passing it requires not only incredible physical endurance, but also outstanding leadership skills.
The Royal Navy is always on the lookout for those who are willing and able to take command. Your next challenge is going to sort out which of you are leaders and which of you are the led.
The infamous Cliff and Chasm Assault Course is one of the most demanding in the British military.
Stand by! Go!
The challenge is to disassemble, carry and reassemble a 1,250-pound field gun over the high walls, scramble nets and rope bridges in under 14 minutes. Forced to sit out the dunker, Angus and Fraser are desperate to put in a strong performance. In the jungle, they were the first to make their mark in the competition.
Come here, shot here, fell it in that direction.
But in Norway, pro skier Angus froze when he should have been in his element.
You didn't come out on your stomach.
Yeah.
You didn't spread your weight.
And Ironman Fraser looked less than invincible. Now's their chance to show their full potential.
Fraser! Carol's coming up.
Yeah, call it!
Right, Fraser, like a wristwatch. Up as soon as you can, mate.
Fraser's trying his best to lead from the front.
1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3!
Right. What are we doing with this? Do we need this?
Yes, this is what she's trying to do about so she can pull it down.
But with chaos threatening to break out, fellow veteran Dave decides to call the shots.
Take the one in. Go, 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 go! Whoa, Barney, whoa! What are you doing?
I think I'm probably a kind of leader without being too forceful. I don't want to force people into doing things that they don't want to do. However, if I can see an opportunity that requires group activity or requires us all to work together, I'm very capable of coordinating that.
Hey, Barney, you'll keep back up!
But not everyone's happy with Dave's leadership style. There's mutiny in the ranks.
I think Dave is very vocal because that's the sort of training he's done as a boxer.
Whoa, check the road back!
In my opinion, shouting and screaming doesn't really work.
Whoa, one in! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
We've got to take the pole. You've got people like Dave who likes to give encouragement.
Biggest at the back, Fraser, tallest at the back.
But if you've got someone shouting in your ear, it can put you off and annoy you a little bit.
So let's just time it. Up! Let's go!
But Dave's motivational methods are getting results. And once the Unbreakables have got the gun across the aerial runway, they're on the home straight. Angus's reserves of pent-up energy means that he's still going strong, while others are flagging.
No, rope in first.
In this side, in this side, in this side.
Go on, let's go! Come on! Go, let's drive away we go!
The Unbreakables are desperate to beat the Royal Marines' 14-minute time limit.
Good work, guys.
That was a top team like
that.
Yeah.
Well done, Paul.
Your running time was 13:01. That's a decent time.
Well done, guys.
They've passed this punishing test of physical fitness, but coming up, the Unbreakables go head-to-head one last time. But who's emerged the strongest out of Navy Week? The Unbreakables have proved their ability to work as a team. Now they will race each other over an assault course at the Royal Navy Leadership School.
Okay, Unbreakables.
For frontrunners Angus and Barnaby, it's a chance to prove who's top dog at the end of Navy Week. But Petty Officer Walsh has got a surprise in store to make the course even more challenging.
This is now going to be an individual challenge against each other. Going around the obstacle course, carrying this. Stand by.
Go!
Go, go,
Anyone who fails to get the 20-kilo barrel through the course in under 12 minutes will be broken.
on, sport, keep going. That's it.
Next off in the staggered start is fitness instructor Carla.
That's it, keep going, keep it going.
This is Matt's last chance in Navy Week to overtake Angus and Barnaby.
Get out now, get out.
They're definitely the two to compete with in this game. They're the men to beat, so I'm setting my sights on them.
But these two aren't in the mood to give up their front runner status.
Let's go, Mickey. I go. Let's go. All the way out. Oh, that's it, over. Get in there, mate. Get in there. Don't waste time.
But Dave's not about to give up the fight.
You're wasting time now, come on. Keep pushing, Dave.
Dave's finished in 9 minutes 11 seconds, well inside the 12-minute time limit.
Walk in the park.
Carla's making slow progress and is in danger of breaking by finishing outside the time limit.
That's good. Don't let it slip now. Don't let it slip.
But Matt's putting in a superhuman performance.
All the way in. All the way. Straight down the side, off you go. Come on, Carla. Strong finish, Carla.
Carla crosses the line in 11 minutes 43, just inside the time limit.
Well done, Carla.
A stupid barrel.
Against all expectations, she survived Navy Week.
Come on, then.
Fraser races home in a comfortable 8 minutes 57. Matt's on the home straight, motivated by a burning desire to beat Barnaby and Angus.
Oh, what a strong finish, man. I really wanted this one, but those two boys after me are going to be the ones to be up against them. I don't know if I've done enough.
While Angus looks like he could be feeling the pace for the first time this week, Barnaby's looking as fresh-faced as ever.
Working well. All the way to the end, all the way to the end.
Sprint now, come on, power finish. Power finish. Come on, Angus.
Angus has given his all, so Barnaby can't afford to make any slip-ups.
Put yourself through there.
Not a very good technique. He keeps on popping up and down, trying to work out how far he's got. He's dragging the barrel behind him. He's losing quite a lot of time here.
All the way through the line.
Come on, boy.
All the way through, all the way through.
The training is a test of who has the strength of character to be a leader.
Throughout the day, my staff and I have been looking at you as individuals to see who's shown the best leadership qualities throughout the six of you. Okay? And today's winner is Dave.
Well done,
But the prize they all want to win is for being fastest over the individual assault course. Carla, Fraser and Dave clocked the slowest 3 times. But has Matt managed to overtake Angus and Barnaby in the pecking order?
Third position, running time of 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Matt.
Well done!
So now it's time to find out who's won and who's in the best physical shape at this stage of the competition.
In second position, with a running time of 6 minutes and 34 seconds, Barney.
So with a time of 6 minutes 20, Angus wins the assault course. But they all have cause for celebration. It's the end of the Navy Challenge and all 6 Unbreakables have survived. It's been a gruelling experience. They've endured stinking mud, icy water, and some of the toughest selection tests used by the Royal Navy. 6 Unbreakables have emerged from a 3rd week of challenges, but Benedict is about to turn up the heat. Next time on Unbreakables, sandblasted by the French Foreign Legion.
Did I ask questions? Did I tell you to say something?
Ground into the Sahara, and in it up to their necks.